Hello there, tarot friends. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Archetype Spotlight. I'm still here, still pregnant, and so we are carrying on with our Wednesday ritual, as it were. Donna, hello. Thanks for hanging out with us. So, second segment tarot collection is up. I recorded it Monday and got it loaded yesterday. So now all that's left is Oracle, which I've thrown decks back up here to get them out of the way to know that I've shown them, but it's not at all organized how it's going to be. So they're just up there. And so I'm just looking at the oracles that I have over there, and I think it will need to be 2 segments. I think. So anyway, that's the update on the tarot collections, or I'm sorry, tarot shelf, right? Yeah, I'm a little spacey because I'm days away from delivering, and it's just getting to that point. I realized yesterday that this is my last week of work. I could work right up until I go into labor, but then it will just be kind of weird to hand things off in the middle, if I'm halfway through processing something, all of that. So I have my parental leave paperwork is set up to start on Tuesday, the 22nd, because Monday's a holiday. So anyway, if I don't actually have the baby by then I just use annual leave credits for that time, which is fine. I feel like I'd rather have a hard stopping point, and I'll work a few hours Friday afternoon after my appointment. If I go to my appointment, because we're supposed to have this crazy storm, so I don't even know, it's an hour and a half away once I drop Max off, which is 45 minutes that way. So it's not like it's just down the street. All the things. So this is where my brain is right now, wondering if appointment's going to happen Friday, wondering when baby's going to come, hoping baby doesn't come during the storm. Anyway, all these things. But I think either way, I think that answers the question for me, that I'm going to be done working Friday and just call it, even if I haven't had the baby yet, because it'll just be cleaner that way. And then I can hand off my responsibilities. And then if I haven't had the baby Tuesday or Wednesday, then I can still, I haven't packed Max's bag yet. I haven't officially packed mine. I keep putting more and more things in my stack. It's sitting right next to the bag, but it's not officially zipped and ready to go. So there are definitely some things I can do, like sort decks in here if I have not had the baby Monday or Tuesday. So anyway, that's my life update. Thanks for being here. Okay. Also getting more and more out of breath. I don't know if you can tell in my tarot shelf videos because I'm just so full of baby. And so, yeah, you're good though. Good job moving. So, yeah, and I was kind of trying to keep them around 45 minutes. And so I'm buzzing through sometimes. And I don't know if you can hear me catching my breath in there, but whatever. It's just my life right now. So let's start back at the top now that I've done my ramble. You can all feel free to tell me how your day is going and how you're planning out your week mentally right now, like I am. Gerald is here. Hello. Happy Wednesday to you. Regina's here hanging out with us. Diane, hello and happy Wednesday. Everyone's saying hi. Pamela's here. Hello. Oh, have been loving your tarot pre-recordings. Well, good. I'm excited now that I kind of have the system down. I have a holder that's okay. It kind of drooped that one time during the video, but I think I have it figured out now. It just can't be exactly parallel to the table, which is kind of annoying. So I might try to figure out to get a new arm or something. I don't know. I want something that holds my laptop, because my laptop is kind of mini. but I don't know. Is there such a thing if this doesn't fold all the way back? I don't know. My Lenovo used to like fold over all the way and I could use it like a tablet. These are other things I've been contemplating, but even if I have to hobble along with my current setup for overhead, like tabletop recordings, I have really been enjoying that. I'm excited to show some other things like that. But of course, we're coming up to baby time at the same time. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm glad that you've been enjoying them. It's been fun to do some things not live. I mean, I love being live with you, obviously, as I do that twice a week. But I don't know, maybe it's annoying. Spacey, yes. I do have other things on my mind. I'm like, okay, if I can get these 7 filings done today, then that'll be out of the way for this other person. They won't have to do that. I don't know. I'm just trying my best to get everything squared away. Kristen's here working and listening. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yes. Remember Mary L's session with Chris, gotta pack that bag. Honestly, I don't know what my problem is. It's all sitting there. It's not all sitting there. I need to get my hair ties. I bought special new smaller hair ties because people with long hair know about the struggles of finding the exact right size of hair ties. Oh my God. Anyway, I don't need many things to give birth, but I need my Burt's Bees vanilla chapstick and the proper hair tie. Okay. So I need to pull those out of my dresser drawer. Like I put them in my little special drawer so I wouldn't lose them. I bought them like a month ago. So I need to get the hair ties and my brand new toothbrush, and the baby coming home outfit is like not in there yet. It's in another top drawer somewhere else in the house. Just a few more things. Oh my gosh. Or she, hello. Oh, Debbie. Happy birthday, February 16th. Debbie says, I don't usually watch Archetype videos, but I had to check on you. I'm here and still pregnant. Let's check this out. There's baby, my pokey belly button. It hurts to walk and stand and everything. Oh, are you moving? You won't be able to see, but anyway, baby says hi and happy birthday. There's so much pressure. Oh, you know how it goes. Thank you so much for stopping in. We all hope you have an awesome birthday. There's our Chris. Hello. Happy birthday, Debbie, says Gerald. Okay, Isabel's here. Got to work, get lunch and stuff, but hoping to listen in while I do, as I miss this last couple weeks. Yes, I've been missing you, but thank you so much for leaving a comment yesterday. I haven't gotten through them, but I see when the notification pops up. Hair ties have different sizes. Yes. So these are like medium, which is what I need now because I lost a lot of hair after I had Max. And just, I feel like when I turned 30, I lost some. And then I had Max when I was 34 and I lost some more. So I used to need like the regular, like bigger ones. And I could do 3 times around with my super thick hair. And now I have less thick hair. I mean, it's still like, I'm grateful. I know a lot of people are like, oh, your hair is gorgeous, blah, it's great. But it's just like relative to what I was used to. So anyway, you can buy little tiny, like clear ones, like for dance competitions and things like that. So you don't have a color or you don't see a hair tie, or like cheerleaders will wear them sometimes if they do like little braids and they want all this fanciness done, but you don't want to see the hair ties. They make these little clear stretchy ones, but those are like too tiny. And then these are just like the regular like fabric ones around a band, but they are a smaller size. You have to look very carefully. It usually doesn't even say. You just have to like hold them up to each other to figure it out. But anyway, yes, there are different sizes. And it's crazy because you have to like factor in, okay, after I wear this for 3 days, it's going to stretch out a bit. And it's a whole thing. And it's so annoying. It really is. It sounds like not annoying, but it is. Yes, baby is getting ready. Yeah, Debbie, for real, when I put the camera down and said happy birthday, they were moving around. Oh, and again, no. I can't handle the stress to know you're not all packed yet. It's all right there. It's sitting right next to the bag. I feel like taking a picture because it's so ridiculous. Like, why won't I just put it in the bag? It's right there. Plus a baby outfit and hair ties and a toothbrush. Yes, happy birthday, Debbie. Okay, so now because it's the 16th, I mean, baby could come today, who knows? But that was like the date to be like a month and a day after Max to fit in with our little family math equation. But it's okay, listen to me, you can stay. Because the storm, and I don't want to be messing around with that. So it's supposed to, I'm worried about the storm too, Debbie, or Donna. The hospital is like an hour and 15 from here. There are closer hospitals, but I'm very picky, and that's why I drive to Lake Orion to see these particular midwives, and so I can deliver at, should I say where I'm doing that? I have to remember I'm online sometimes and not just talking to like the 10 of you. So anyway, the specific hospital that I prefer is that way. So anyway, yeah, today starting at like 4:00, it's going to be like 45 degrees here or something crazy. Okay. Like yesterday it was 22. Today it's going to be like 45 degrees. And then at 4:00, it's going to start like downpour raining all night into like midnight or whatever. And then it's going to turn into sleet and freezing rain and snow, depending on where you are in Michigan, like in these bands coming down. And then it's going to snow until like 1 a.m. on Friday. Okay. My appointment on Friday might not be happening because if they can't clear the roads by then, like I follow a weather page here, I follow a weather page there where I have my appointment, I follow road condition pages on Facebook, but like, whatever, if I have to cancel it, I have to cancel it. It's just not going to happen. Like, I'm not going to stress out to try to get to my extra monitoring. So anyway, I don't know. I'm like, okay, please just, you can stay until like Saturday. It's going to be cold, but sunny and clear. Roads will be good by then. Like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm tracking Saturday as my due date. The midwives have Monday in their system. So you can just choose your day. It's totally fine. They're not going to let me go beyond February 28th. So I will be induced on the 28th if nothing has happened by then. Yes, thank you for the good weather vibes. Part of the state is in like a flood warning. Part of the state is in, just like heavy snow accumulation, power outage, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they must not arrive at the same time. Exactly. We're very panicky here too. Like the stores, I'm sure, everyone is shopping today and doing all that. We're not, because we shop Friday from the week before and have it delivered. So we're good on that front. We just need to, and by Friday afternoon, when it's time for me to do the online shopping again, it should be easy to find someone to deliver. So anyway, that's all the things. That's all the things. Let's go ahead and pop these open. I have not found cards yet. Also, one more random note. I forgot to show the Marielle in Tarot Segment 2 Tarot Shelf. And I also forgot to show this giant Starman Tarot. So you all know I missed the Marielle in my, look, it's right here. In my like live stream, like prep with me video, because it was upstairs at the writing desk in the baby's room already, okay? Then Starman I did show, but I pulled it out from this little corner table weeks ago, right? And then when I got ready for the video, I prepped, I put Marielle right next to me, it's right here. And I put this on my laptop keyboard. Well, then I was using my phone. And so even at the end of the video, you hear me say, I'm like, okay, I'm looking around. I think I got everything, blah, blah, blah. But there's just stacks everywhere. And so I somehow missed this craziness sitting on, I love this deck, sitting on my laptop. Okay. So yeah, this is the deluxe. It came in like the big cube box with like the art book and everything. So I'm going to show these at the beginning of Oracle segment 1, Tarot Shelf part 4. Everyone's so excited, I know. Okay, so I'm going to show this and Marielle just as flashes in the beginning of the Oracle video. And I will, of course, put these on my list and post it in the group because I need to keep track. So I don't need to, but I want to. I wanted to for a long time. So those are all my announcements. It is really huge. Here's Memento Mori, which I think is a normal size. And it's like, I can't even fit in the screen. There we go. And the edge is wider too. So yeah, that's that. Sorry, Bowie. I would never intentionally leave you out, or the Marielle, which I've done twice now, but it's fine. Okay, so the seed and the stone. Let's find our stuff. Sip, everyone. First off, where's Jamie, by the way? Is she all right? Yeah, I think the regular edition is smaller cards too. I used to have both, but I gifted one to a friend. Oh, there's the stone. Good job. Good job, little card. Or she, yes, you can join Mary L. Chris's study group. He answered this Sunday. 4 p.m. GMT. For anyone watching this back, please check out Elemental Cartomancy, who has a monthly Marielle study session available in 2 formats for your viewing pleasure. A stone and a seed. Okay, the seed and the stone. Okay. There it is. Wasn't too bad today. Okay. Yeah, I popped in Marielle for the 2s a week ago or something, and I can like never be there. I've been to like 1 before. I don't know. I say this all the time, but I just don't know. This can stay up here. Yeah, Chris. I shout it out all the time, really. Okay. Here we go. The seed. Just a little tiny pearl in the middle of seemingly endless rings. Okay. Nope. Wrong way. The offering. The prayer. Yes, yes. Okay. The seed. The beginning, the origin, the pearl. Beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. It's hard to breathe. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Oh, Donna has chills. Whether you follow this imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there is potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually resolves in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping up against a growth edge. I can't with this book. Oh, baby, please wait until the weekend. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. Okay. Why does this always happen to me? One of the alchemist's favorite images was the pearl. The irritant, over time, becomes the treasure. What is your grit? The true seed is elusive. If we follow any story toward its origin, it spirals farther and farther back in time. In this way, we are always the seed and always the fruit it bears. We are all the things, right? When light, generative, fertile, germinating, building. When dark, festering, stewing, dormant. To go deeper, James Hillman's Acorn Theory in The Soul's Code. Sounds like a book that probably I should read because it's like speaking my language. Our souls have codes. Gerald says, I was born during an early storm. God, I can't. I was born during an early snowstorm and I turned out okay. It absolutely turned out okay. And I'm not worried about that. I just have winter weather driving anxiety. It was snowing when we brought Max home. So like the day he was born was okay, but the next day was kind of crazy. And it was a slow march home, but it was okay. I just don't want to be like, there was a little burst of a snowstorm, like a snow squall that came through mid last week. And there were 300 cars involved in a pileup on the highway that like I drive to get to my appointments. On the second part, I take 2 highways. Anyway, like I just don't want that kind of situation. Be like having a baby on the highway. Like the video and the pictures of it were crazy. Like cars were 6 wide on the road and off the road. Like they just all piled up and like spread out. It was insane. So, you know, Michigan doesn't mess around, and I don't want to be in some situation like that. Ugh. Okay. Dean's baby gonna be born with a handlebar mustache and tiny hands. Oh. Yeah, I mean, Max is a winter baby. I love my winter baby, and I'm sure we'll love this one as well. But I can arrange a mustache on your announcement photo. Okay. The seed. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, right? If anyone has anything to add to that, please feel free. I, as always, made it mostly about me, but I mean, it's kind of hard not to at this point. I was under the impression Gerald's stash was carefully cultivated. We should not take that away from him. Okay, so then the stone. This, it's like, I think, like multicolored gem or like a close-up of or far away shot of the universe. And there's also a little collage eye in there with it, just so I can kind of explain it before I show it. So here we have the stone, right? We have the circle, the square, the triangle, this sort of like, I don't know, compounded stability sort of feeling. Okay. We are all here for all the things to be about you. Well, that is very sweet. Oh, okay, breathing. Hi. Yep, that's fine. Moving is good. Just please stay for a couple days. Trust me, I did not think I'd be saying that, but just stay put. The stone, the eternal, the anchor, the rock. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side, so no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. Hold on. What is the multicolored thing under the eye? So it looks like a gem to me, but it might also be like a cosmic image. Like, I'm not sure. I think it could be whatever you want. It might be like a really zoomed out image of like a cosmic-y thing, but it looks kind of like a gem to me too. Has Deathly Hallow vibes about it. Yes, it does. I was thinking that. When did it's so funny. Remember the other week when I was like, oh, here's my tattoo? I think it was like during one of the unloading the shelves videos. And I thought that when I saw this, I'm like, don't start talking about that because you're going to be like taking your shirt off again. When I'm falling asleep, I'm like, did you just really do that on YouTube today? It's fine. Yes, baby does know that you're awesome, people. Gerald's mustache and the Deathly Hallows was actually the original title. You're welcome. Hi, Ellie. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm doing well, hanging in there. Hurts to walk, and I'm running out of breath, but I'm good. Okay, so we have build a cairn in nature. Find inspiration in Andy Goldworthy's stone egg forms. In Jewish mourning traditions, stones like mourning a loss. Stones are left at graves rather than flowers. Sit with this vision for a moment and see what unfolds. Ooh. When light, steadfast, loyal, committed, present. When dark, weighted down, holding back, cold. To go deeper, Caspar David Friedrich's A Walk at Dusk. Okay. Speaking of taking your shirt off, has anyone seen Tarot Oracle's flip through of Divine Diversity 2.0? Made me laugh so much. Oh, wow. No, I haven't. But if I get some work done, maybe that'll be my treat. Jamie, hello. We invoked you earlier and had a sip. Let's have another. Oh, okay. Okay. Checking my, no, I don't need a photo, please. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, had to check my text. A few people randomly checked on me yesterday. And then one of my intuitive friends just sent me a text. I wanted to make sure she wasn't saying something about baby. So don't mind me while I check my phone. It has to be done. Okay. There's our archetype book. Where will this go? Here. I'm tired, but I slept well. So this is another. Let me drink some water. Hold on. It is astonishing, and like I don't even have to work out of the house this time. I mean, but I'm older. I don't know. I'm fine. Most of the time, I feel great. I'll have you know that like I cut my own toenails 6 days ago. So, not trying to paint this picture like I can't do anything, but but it's a lot. It's fine. It's fine. So first, transient light as an energy that will help us best work with these two archetypes. Oh, Debbie, I love this. Buckle up, we're getting in the car. It is honestly probably dancer flexibility, even though like I haven't been taking class in a really long time. It's I do credit it to that. So I rambled in the beginning about when I'm stopping work, but I decided Friday's gonna be my last day. So my parental leave paperwork says that the due date is the 22nd because the 21st is a holiday. So anyway, after I have the baby, I just call them and I'm like, hey, I'm legit now, enter my time codes. And so then they'll switch me over to parental leave. So if I don't have the baby by the 22nd, when my paperwork is set to start, then I just request, like I'll just be texting my boss. Well, I mean, I'll email him, whatever. So anyway, like, hey, I'm requesting annual leave for this week until I have the baby or whatever. So, and this time it's not a big deal to use my annual leave credits before the baby gets here and just have a hard stop on Friday because while I'm sure we still get less time than you do, Gretchen Whitmer, who is the governor of Michigan, who I love very much, has signed into law 12 weeks of paid parental leave, which is its own thing. So with Max, I had maternity leave, but it's not really its own leave. You use your sick time and your annual leave, like which is vacation time, to cover your maternity leave. Okay. So then when you go back to work, you're like out of your other time, basically. And now we have actual parental leave. So I can use the real leave once I call them and say, hey, kick that off. And then I still have my annual and sick time banked, right? So again, well, I'm sure it's not as much. We are kind of coming up in the world now, finally, at least in my state. Yeah, so that's great. Sexy toenail talk. Oh my God. Oh, a modern love story. I hate a lot of things about Hungary, but at least the paid maternity leave is long. Yeah. Yes. A year off. Yep. And that's what I mean it should be. You know what I mean? Like a baby until they're 9 months old, like they should like still be like growing in your body. Do you know what I mean? Like all like in relation to like all other like animals and stuff. Ugh. That sounds complicated. So funny. It's so much easier this time, but that just goes to show how things in other countries are better because this time it was so easy to me. Like last time I was crying filling out paperwork because I couldn't even figure it out. And this time it was so easy. So isn't it crazy? Isn't it? Oh, 2 years. It's insane. It's insane. Because you got paid what you earned before. Yeah, and most people here would take that deal. Like, absolutely. So, yeah, isn't it crazy? I took an extra 2 weeks unpaid with Max because I was like sobbing. I'm like, I can't leave yet. And I still was sobbing like when I dropped him off at my mom's house. Like, it doesn't matter who he was going with. Like, no. And then brains and hormones are so crazy because like I'd be at work and like the first half of the day I'd be crying because I was like missing him. And then the second half of the day I would feel sick to my stomach and be so anxious about going to pick him up because I'm like, I don't want to go get him. Like, I don't know how to take care of him. I've been away from him all day. I have no idea what's going on and I can't take care of him. That's what I thought. So then I'd cry picking him up and like, driving him home. Like, what? It's crazy. It's crazy. And so that all goes to show that like we should not be away from our babies that early. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, if it seems long to you, imagine how long it is to the baby to not see mom. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It was just a lot of crying. But now, I mean, I'm working from home. So whatever the sitter situation is, like I'll still be here. It'll still be a very different situation this time. And plus I've gotten to hang out with Max for the last 2 years. He goes other places sometimes, but like I'm not really supposed to have him here. Well, I'm working, but I'm not sending him anywhere during the pandemic. So he does fine. I homeschool him while I'm working. Okay. I'm going to let that energy go away and draw our cards for the seed and the stone. How we can best work with these archetypes. Okay, just a little lazy shuffle. I'm going to take these 2 in a row. Okay, so my husband had a culture shock when he transferred from the Netherlands to the US. He went from 3 weeks of vacation to 6 days. 5 weeks to 6 days, right? So Ryan started the job he's at now at the end of August. In January, he had 0 days of personal vacation anytime to use until the new year, like January 1st, like his time kicked in, okay? Which thankfully I wasn't having a baby before, like he would have had 0 days to spend with me. He gets 2 weeks of vacation that like went into his leave bank on January 1st. And they are giving him special permission to use the 2 weeks altogether, which they don't usually do. They usually like to keep it to 1 week at a time. But they're giving him special permission to use the 2 weeks together whenever I have the baby. Okay, so like that's how things are here. Sip, sip. So the seed and the wheel, which is perfect. I love this wheel card. Also love the obvious circular imagery that's coming up in both of these cards, right? The thread that is there being woven around and the dice like showing chance and everything like that. In the book, Kim was talking about, it's not always a seed planted with intention, right? Sometimes things just take off. Sometimes the seed is planted and we don't really even know that we're doing that. It ends up turning into something, even though the soil maybe isn't as nourishing as it would have been had we been really thinking about where we wanted to plant that seed. All of these kinds of things, right? But yeah, love how these are working together. And then we have the stone and the Hanged One. So, and I have to say, one of the first times one of the first cards that I drew from this deck, or maybe it's my extra card. I think both. So my extra card, Ari signs a card and puts it in there, and this is not the signed one. This is the regular one, but the Hanged Man with the anchor necklace. So anchor always makes me think of baby girl because if it is a girl, she will be Vela, which means sails of a ship. And this is the extra card that I got. So you'll see when I open this deck on whatever live that was, and I was like, oh, my extra card is the Hanged Man has the anchor. Like I make some comment about it, but I don't say. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, the Hanged One came up with our stone, and we're talking about stability and all of that, and a very different Hanged Man image than what we usually see. We do have the upside down image, but it's of an anchor and not of a person, which I love because this card is, the stone is talking about stability, reliability, all of that, and what is an anchor to us if not that, but it's upside down, right? So just really beautiful. I love how these work together every time. So there's that. Yeah. The US is crazy. Both of my closest girlfriends were given a lot of crap from the same female boss when they had to pump after they gave birth. Pretty ridiculous to me. It's like, it's unimaginable. My workplace is good about that. We have a couple little rooms and everything. I did not end up needing to use those rooms because I was done with all that by the time I went back. But just didn't go how I thought it was going to go. But yeah, thankfully I didn't have to worry about that. We have like a good environment, like where I work specifically, but like we didn't have rooms until we moved to this new building. And so, but yeah, still understanding people who, would let you do what you need to do. It is ridiculous. It's like, well, if you would let me stay home for a year, like I'm supposed to, then you wouldn't have to worry about me pumping, okay? Makes me think of the anchor from Lenormand too, yes. Bela is an amazing name, yes. Most people think it's a girl. Yes, and that is the correct spelling of the constellation, right? That's where we're getting the name from, where I'm getting the name from. I chose it when I was like 14, so anyway, but we are throwing an A in there like this. And I don't know why. That's just always how it appeared to me in my head when I was like, oh, that's going to be my baby's name someday. But I see it with the A like that. So anyway, BFF was given grief and scolded for finding a discreet place to breastfeed her child at an event. It was a beautiful day when we branched off to our own practice. Like, it is just so, it's so stupid. Like these people, they have time to care about other people, first of all. Like care in a bad way. If you have time to care about me legitimately, then please, I just don't know. Oh yeah, no, or you're fine. And that the constellation is VELA for sure. Vela Willow, yeah. She'll be Vela Ryan, but Willow is really pretty. But I think you're onto something there. Plus, Willow Tree has always been like symbolic to me for my family because my grandparents' first house in the town where they ended up, there was a willow tree in the backyard, and that was always part of the story when they're telling like, hey, that spot down there under the overpass, like the government paid them to move so they could put the highway in, and that willow tree was in their backyard, blah blah blah. Like that was always part of the story. So yeah, you have no health care if you don't have a job. We're a mess. Welcome, Vela. Yeah. So Y'all, it's a mess here. It's a mess. All right, let me see what our Taupe Witch Oracle cards are. Our resulting energy. Ooh, the Whispering Well has a video. We should all go check that out after this. Okay. Our resulting energy, if we follow the advice of the tarot cards from the transient light while we're working with these archetypes. Yes. The seed and the wheel and the stone and the hanged one. Okay. Taking 2 in a row. We always, not always, but okay. So the cards are perfect. Would you know? Hey, Mom, I'm okay with her having 2 middle names. Yeah, that would be cool. I'm totally fine about all the names. Like, I already have 4 names, though, from, like, when I got married. So then I think, like, what if she wants to change her name or add some name later? Or, I don't know. Anyway, so the seed, the wheel, and the ancestor. I mean, it's not hard to make sense out of this, is it? Look at that beautiful combination. I mean, I just really don't even know what to say. I mean, because it's just, this makes sense, right? We're talking about we are the seed and we are the fruit that, you know, we bear on the tree and we are all the things. So, I mean, ancestor from seed to wheel to ancestor. I mean, it's just the whole loop, right? Like, I don't know. Don't have much to say about it because it's perfect. Ancestor came up recently. I can't remember if it was last time or the time before, but I did post that picture. I still have yet to post. There's one missing week that I have to try to pull, hopefully today, but I have to watch the video back and find it. She just in this context, or she, I honestly don't know. We don't know. But all of my intuitive friends who said boy last time have been saying girl since like the very beginning. So I feel pretty strongly it's a girl. I don't know. I could be surprised. I could be surprised. I don't know. But this is just so different than last time. So that's what I'm basing it on, basically. And then with the stone and the hanged one, we have earth. And that makes sense too, right? The grounding, stable, reliability that's provided by the earth, right? We can see these working together. This is one of the first cards I saw in this Oracle deck. Like when I think about this deck, I think about this card and I was like, oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. The stone, the hanged one, and earth. And it works with, you know, planting the seed with in a place that provides stability, gives us this anchoring feeling that sometimes may be kind of up in the air and not feeling very grounded, but then we lean into, you know, trusting that plan will work and trusting the strength and reliability and growth potential that's offered by having a stable place. And then we get flowers. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I did last time for sure. Grounded earth. Earth goes so well with the others visually too. I'm loving all of that. Let me take a picture before I forget. Because we've seen how long it takes me to pull up information and retro snap a picture, right? Will it ever happen? the mystery cards from the week we missed? I don't know. Stay tuned. Okay. Oh, that's pretty with Zane's deck in there too. I'll leave that. Okay. We are grounded stars here on Earth. Yes, I think so. Elemental North Tarot reaches funding goal. I think that already happened, but anyway, Kickstarter update. Don't mind me. Okay. Questions or last minute comments about any of these cards? Even with all my rambling, we still ended up finishing early, which is fine and nice. I have some work to do. Gonna get a bunch of things loaded to the website for work. And this will be my last day of doing web uploads, probably. There might be a couple things that come up tomorrow, but I don't know. Anything that comes tomorrow will probably be mine. And then Friday, I'm only working like 3 hours in the afternoon following my appointment. So today is like the last push or the second to last push for work stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Let's drink some water. Stay hydrated, everyone. I'm out of breath. But stay put, please. Just come on Saturday at I'll have breakfast, hang out on the couch for a while. At 11 o'clock, you can kick off. Okay? That'd be great. Okay, so thank you for hanging out. We will have Casual Thursday tomorrow with a little who knows what if I'm still hanging out, which we hope I will be because tomorrow is the crazy snow day, okay? So I hope to see you all tomorrow for Snowy Casual Thursday. And we can do whatever. I don't know. Something fun. Let me find my little zany pouch here. We and everything on Earth is literally formed from material from the sun, so we are stardust. Yes. Sip, sip, says Jamie. Sending you all the love. The rest of you too, of course. Thank you. Isabel says, lots of love to everyone. Not sure I can hang out tomorrow, so take care and look forward to updates. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Isabel. Hope your workday finishes up nicely. Emphasis on casual. I mean, I feel like I'm always... I call it casual so that I can just do whatever. But yes, I definitely appreciate that. Wishing you a restful day and night. Thank you. Have some work to get through, but it should be pretty easy. It's just I'll just be typing and uploading stuff. So it should be pretty easy to kind of plow through that and be nice and productive. Or she's off to play with a nephew after this. Hope we have a great time. Just hang out, breakfast, couch time, and then you can kick off. Exactly. This is my wish. Thank you, Diane, for hanging out with us. Okay. So if I'm still pregnant tomorrow, I will see you at 9 o'clock for our casual, and we'll do a little who knows what. Hope you all have a really nice day. I'm sure I should be plugging someone's lives later, but just subscribe to people here in the chat and turn your notifications on, and I will see you around at TarotTube. Have a good Wednesday.